just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. In his spot on the visiting sideline, that's Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guy's one of the top contenders in the conference. Just one loss through 8 games this year. On the opposing sideline, head coach of the Commanders, Dan Quinn. His side also occupying playoff position, so might be a rematch we see play out this postseason. Glad to have you with us, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call. That is punter Jack Fox with the honors here. And from Landover, we're underway. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jayden Daniels.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's running with it, and he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on third down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute.
Keeps away from one. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Goff now on third down. Completed over the middle. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's fourth down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. Throwing on first down, Daniels. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll go to the option on second down. They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Commanders, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Daniels off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the Lions.
Again, Daniels to the air. Throwing the out route complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Daniels keeps it himself. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a 1st down. Come on, boys.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they are able to get their first 3 points of this game.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Khalif Raymond to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And as we work our way through November, you see here he's the leader league-wide right now in rushing touchdowns. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. In up to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Lions 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Goff setting to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's got Khalif Raymond. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Goff out of the gun on 3rd. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Gonna throw again. Goff. Big strike here to Williams. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21.
It's a gain of 21.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
It's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
1 quarter done, 3 to go in this battle of elite teams. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, Goff. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. They'll air it out on third. Pass is brought in by Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a second quarter lead. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for them.
Fox now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Escapes the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to tuck it and run. A lot of space ahead. That play good for 17 and a first down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down. This is Charbonnet. Did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Out of the gun, Daniels. Trying for the deep ball. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught at the 4. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Washington first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Daniels is going to throw again. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel...
Daniels hit, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's a positive. But that's the end of it, Brock. They lost yardage on that fumble. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. They'll motion Brown right. Daniels, 3rd and goal. He's going for it himself. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Now gone. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Off now on 3rd down. It's on target to Williams. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A gain of 6 yards.
Throwing again, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Lions.
Throwing again, here's Goff. Delivers another one to Williams. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that is good for Detroit 1st down.
Lions, 1st down. It's a gain of 20. And the Lions, 1st down.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first.
For a Lions,
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Detroit.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
Fox now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
1st and 10.
Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Daniels. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Rolling on 1st down, Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Incomplete.
That's one he knows he should have had. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And the fair catch secured here at the 16. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Line up the design keeper. So we have a 1-score game here. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And he's been carrying a great campaign now into the heart of this season. He's sitting top 5 in rushing yardage. First down throw from Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
And the Lions first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He was taken down by Jartavius Martin.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Goff off the play action. This one to Williams out left side. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up
Trying to sneak here, Goff. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
All set to go now from the 35.
First down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Lions.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
From the gun, Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Now following the play, pretty quick stoppage. This is going to be for an injury, and oh boy. Sam Laporta, the one in some pain, he's being checked on. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throws caught. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions lead by 15 now.
Commanders 6. Jack Fox.
Fox now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and short, Daniels. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
He has it at the 22. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Goff to the air now. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Running right, it's Williams. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Complete out to the right. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
First down from the 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. Past midfield to the 45. At the 20. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the third. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to within one score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On first down, it's Goff. That's complete to the back, David Montgomery. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Hits him on the out route. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Goff. Underneath, it's Gibbs. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Another carry for Charbonnet. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Charbonnet. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Washington 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the pistol, they're running with Charbonnet. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
At the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Again, the give to Charbonnet. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him around 3 yards, and it sets him up with 3rd and goal from the 2.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders down by only 2 in the 4th. Jayden Daniels with the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
They're going to try and run for it. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line, still a couple yards short of that end zone. Well, they took their shot at the tie, but they'll need to manufacture another score in the time remaining now as that 2-point try is unsuccessful.
It becomes a little bit tougher to punch it in for 2 when that defense knows what's on the line, too. That's a spot where their hand was forced after the touchdown. They had to do their best to surprise them with the call. Easier said, Kate, than done.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Raymond on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Now gone. Quick slant, that's Williams. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
18 yards on the play. And the Lions first down.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Goff back to throw. Screen here for Gibbs. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Go left side, and St. Brown has it. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Goff. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Yet another grab for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push this to an 8-point game.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Point after try upcoming to make this a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions push the lead to 2 scores now.
Commanders 19.
Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Daniels now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the 1st play.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That finds Burks, complete. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Commanders first down. 1st First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He tucks it and takes off. Still going inside the 35. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
21 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Daniels going to keep it. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Option play. Here's a give to Charbonnet. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up third down.
He was brought down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Offense to the line fast.
17 yards. That's another Washington first down.
First and goal. Here's Charbonnet. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to second.
Back to Charbonnet. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
Daniels, third and goal. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
He was brought down by Al-Quadin Muhammad. A gain of 7 yards.
Here's Charbonnet. In a 2-score game, this game will remain. The defense ready for that one. Got him on fourth and goal. They turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Dan Campbell getting his Lions offense ready to go for a new series. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Goff from his end zone. Dumps it off to his running back. And he will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. Washington calls it second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Goff has him on the quick hitter. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Goff to the air now. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That one's complete over the middle. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Design quarterback run here. All right, here we go. Second down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They'll get 16 yards on that play, and the Lions have a first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So the Lions get the win on the road. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happened over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions.
On the visitors' sideline, it is Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys have just the lone blemish on what otherwise has been a stellar start, 8-1, as they kick this one off. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And that'll set up 4th down. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. John Campbell, 1st-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox, to punt. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Bigsby. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down. We'll move the chains up past the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Bigsby. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Third and long. To the air again. Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to fourth down. Here's Braden Mann now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Dan Campbell there, the Lions head coach, as his guys head back out for their next possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. They'll bring this up to the 22. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama, there for the stop. They'll come up here on second down and 5. On play action, Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll go play action with Goff. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. We'll try again here. Second and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Shows off a little footwork. Winding his way for a run of 8. Third and 2. Here we go. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run here with Gibbs. Oh, yeah. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
4 yards on the pickup. Second.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it second down and 6 to begin. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Goff to throw. That's taken in by Khalif Raymond. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
22 more yards.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Kick is good. Makes the score Lions 7, Eagles nothing.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. Ho-ho! And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Nick Sirianni, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Eagles. His guys ready for their next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7 0 our score as this drive begins with a first down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
There he goes again. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
10 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
10 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Now he takes off. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
14 more yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Hurts. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. Now it's Hurts. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
I'm not going to to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. From the 21, here's second down and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
To throw is Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
That's good for a Lions.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Complete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Goff to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. A second down throw for Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Second and 9.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
For a Lions, first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A gain of 5.
On second down, Goff. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Taylor Decker, the former Buckeye, guilty on that one. Throwing on second down. Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime.
Third down.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is third and long. To throw is Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with first and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hurts working in the pistol. He takes off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Eagles first down.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Dallas Goedert.
Second and 10.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3.
Now Hurts. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check out where he ranked in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend. So running to the right here with Gibbs. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Jalen Phillips. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down.
Really nice job here in the second half for this defense to come out and make a play. That last sack's going to go a long way to getting off the field, getting the offense the ball back, and see if they can chip away.
Here's the Lions punt team now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Dallas Goedert, incomplete. He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The line of scrimmage.
A lot of defensive strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is We want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them. And in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
22 yards.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Brown. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Man in motion is Brown. Hurts looking to throw on first down. That is caught by the tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. They hand it to Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
So this time they're trying to use the run game to attack the boundary side of the field, and the defense is really fast in their pursuit. Really nice effort there from the backside, and they're able to bring him down this time for a loss.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Lions will punt this ball away. forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down, and they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, they're going to run, and it's Bigsby. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
2nd and 9 at the Lions' 43-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He'll step up and run this. Here now, 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Whoa! He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. He's to the 10. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Makes the score Lions 17, Eagles 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll begin with 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's caught. It's Will Shipley. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Hurts now. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
23 yards.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Man in motion is Smith.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard
Hurts
line.
will try it again. He's got his tight end Calcaterra to the left. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, Bigsby. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Hurts. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
38-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the
Goff
40
gives it to Gibbs. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
Tackled at the 46-yard line.
2nd and inches.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. Whoa! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now it's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 40-yard line.
On second down, Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will finally be out of bounds, but hold everything. Flag down, back to the line of scrimmage. This is coming back. Landon Dickerson guilty on that one. To throw on second down is Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
14 yards.
Hurts to the air on first down. He keeps it himself. And he will score. Game on. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Lions 20, Eagles 17.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you burn.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the air, it's Goff. It's caught by the tight end, Laporta. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Talk things over before third down.
Third and 2.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
First and 10. Goff to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down. We're about ready now for the punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The road gets a little tougher now. It's first and 20. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Brian Branch.
Now, on second and long. Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a big one. This third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Hurts again. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That is hard. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. The Lions call their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision. as this ball comes out to the 35. Here we go. One final play. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's caught! And this is going to be a touchdown! What a finish! They win it on the final play.
What a defensive breakdown, Mike. It's the last play of the game. You have to keep everything in front of you and then just rally tackle. But instead, they let him get behind the defense. He does the rest after the catch, and this is going to take a while for them to get over this one. That is just a brutal loss.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night.